What is up, y'all? Welcome back, and today we're going to be covering something pretty sad. We're going to be covering some pretty disgusting behavior. I'm sure y'all probably remember a while back there was this whole incident where two teenage boys stole a car, went joyriding, and struck a former police officer on his bike that was out and about, and ended up killing him, documenting the whole heinous crime on their phones to then upload to TikTok for attention on the internet, clout and whatnot. And just a little bit of a side note, man, this generation is just so fucked. Like, it's so hard to believe that people that are so close to my age range are willing and capable of doing such despicable things. But there's just so many other disgusting elements that surround this story. I'll throw up the article title on screen now so you can get kind of an idea of what I'm talking about here. But honestly, let's just hop right into this story.
What did you see them doing?
They were flipping us off. I would say about 3 or 4 different times. They flipped us off, flipping each other off, joking around with each other, definitely not taking anything serious whatsoever.
So yeah, quite a bit to unpack here, but first and foremost, listen, I can already hear people coming to their defense by saying, oh, they're just kids, bro, or fuck 12, or some ignorant shit in defense of them. But nah, fuck that. I don't care if they're kids, because not only did they choose to commit the crime in the first place, but they've even chosen to take it a step further to disrespect a grieving family, a grieving community. Like, these kids are 18 and 16 years old, so yeah, they're kids, but they know better, straight up. There's absolutely no excuse for that type of behavior. I'm gonna keep it real, man. These kids could be straight out the goddamn NICU, and I still don't care if this is their response. But according to the New York Post, 2 Las Vegas teens accused of fatally running over a retired police chief laughed at each other, smiled, and seemingly flipped off their victim's family during a court hearing earlier this week. Jesus Ayala, 18, and Yasmir Keys, 16, were back in court on Tuesday more than 2 months after they allegedly recorded themselves intentionally plowing into Andreas Probst, a 64-year-old retired police chief, who was out on a morning bike ride. The teens' antics began when they sat down for the hearing in Clark County Court, covering the right side of their faces to hide themselves from the cameras before appearing to cover their mouths to suppress their laughter. The teens, who were both minors when Probst was killed, were charged with murder and are being tried as adults. Probst's family slammed the teens' appalling actions, saying that they really had no remorse. How can you sit there after taking a man's life and act like such an entitled prick? Taylor Probst, Andreas's 27-year-old daughter, told reporters outside the courthouse. They really had no remorse, that this is just a game to them. And the article and the victim's response here really says it all. These kids still think this is funny, and I really do believe that they don't understand the reality of all this. You killed someone, you posted the crime on TikTok. Like, first and foremost, how fucking stupid can you be for that? I mean, honestly, goddamn. But most importantly, you're being tried as adults, and I think that's a huge W here. They should be tried as adults because they killed someone. But you're not gonna get a slap on the wrist, for being quirky little kids that, made a small oopsies. Like, no, you took an innocent life, and you will be punished in some way, shape, or form for your actions. So why the fuck are you laughing, man? Like, I don't understand. These kids really have no remorse, and this really is just another classic example of how attention on the internet, clout on the internet is a disease. And it really is a not so friendly reminder that this level of evil exists on the same planet. Hell, it exists in the same goddamn country, even, that a lot of y'all watching this video and I call home. But what's really crazy is that this story gets even wilder and, quite frankly, even more pathetic, because apparently there's photos and videos of their lawyer David Westbrook that have leaked where he can visibly be seen laughing right alongside them. And so this footage has now leaked, these images have now leaked, and he's actually come out and made a note that he's worried that this will result in an unfair jury, that the video could sway public opinion on this case. And I just want to focus on this part too, because first of all, you're a piece of garbage, man. You really are. Like, first of all, you shouldn't even be taking this case. And I just think the justice system is so flawed here in America. Like, there's a legit chance that these scumbag kids could get themselves a less than deserved punishment just because of morons like this dude that'll, take this case, start laughing alongside them, and defend pure degeneracy. Like, as a public defender, how down bad do you have to be to represent such disgusting degenerates? Like, shit, man, I guess the rent must be due or something, or gotta pay off that car note or something, because there's just no way that bro is that hurting for cash. Like all jokes aside, there ain't no way you're that down bad. And bro, like, read the room, look around you. Like, do you not know where you are? How could you possibly be laughing right now? Like, did you not brief these kids? Have you ever taken on a defense case before? Like, I'm just seriously confused. I don't understand how you could be so clueless, lack self-awareness in a case that quite literally surrounds your very livelihood. Like, I'm by no means a lawyer, right? But I feel like this is pretty common knowledge that when you're in a defense case for two murderers, probably not a good idea to be laughing and cracking jokes, right? I mean, maybe I'm the idiot here, but I just feel like that's common sense. But second, no shit, you're a public defender. Your one job was to defend these kids, and you couldn't even do that, right? Like, bro, honestly, just hang it up, quit. Honestly, just give up. You're worthless. Like, you should have thought about all of that before you started laughing and joking around, when, quite frankly, this is no laughing matter. And one of the victims actually clapped back to all of this, saying it was your people who put it in the media first. Your clients are the one that put that on social media, Crystal Props said, referring to the in-car view of the horrific August killing. They were just trying to mad dog us and intimidate us, which didn't work, Taylor Props added. And I think they have a really good point here. Honestly, the last thing this dude should be worried about is the potential media perceptions here, because honestly, his clients, they were the ones that thought it'd be a good idea to post such a horrific crime to the internet in the first place. By now, it's been 2 months, everyone's seen it, and honestly, anyone with half a brain cell has already reached a conclusion on it and will be able to discern that this is really an open and closed case. I think the fact they put this up alone will lead the jury to justice. Your behavior certainly doesn't help their case, for sure. But all I'm saying is I'm pretty certain we all know how this is gonna go down. And I don't think media perceptions should be the most primary focus for you, because they've already kind of sealed their fate here. Which again just begs the original question, why the hell are you even taking this case in the first place? And kind of shifting back to the kids here for a second, let's see these pieces of shit keep that same energy, when they receive their sentence awaiting a lifetime in solitary confinement in cell block D, or better yet, when they're getting it up the old prison pocket being some dude's bitch on the daily. Let's see you start laughing then. It's actually mind-blowing to me that kids in my generation are even capable of something so heinous. Like, where are these kids' parents in all this? Because, clearly they were never really in the picture to begin with, and I may sound like a boomer for that, I don't know, but I can't begin to fathom any other way you could turn out to be like this. And I know taxpayers will pay for their shitty existence here, which is why I want to point this out. This might be controversial, but if they escape the chair, I feel that the chair is the easy way out, man. That's exactly why they act like this. Disrespecting the victims, making a mockery of everything. It's because they want to portray this sense of like pure evil to the point where the judge and jury can only warrant the chair, right? They want everybody to lose their cool and give them an easy out. And I want to comment on the victims too, man, because I just can't begin to understand their pain, what they're going through, how they're staying so strong and level-headed through all of this. I'd be a mess, man. I really would. They're trying to mad dog us and intimidate us, but it didn't work, and it's just a game to them. These people really get it. And though I hope that those involved in this can see it too. I want to see this judge and jury ensure literal hell on earth for these losers. Because honestly, when you kill someone, but then have the audacity to laugh about it and try and mock and disrespect the victims, who, lost their husband, their brother, their father, that's when I lose all sympathy for you, As far as I'm concerned, they're not humans at that point. They're just literal pieces of dog shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video though, guys, Kind of a serious topic, got me really heated. I appreciate y'all watching it though, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts as well. And shoot me a follow, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I make commentaries like this all the time. I'd love to have you guys on board. And until next time, guys, this is Runter, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.